This video will contain endgame content for MHWilds. This is your warning if you don't want to see that stuff. Wilds has been out for around a week or so now, and I've been putting myself through its paces. Introduction of a more focused story, all the brand new monsters, the environment, there's so much to talk about, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about Chargeblade, and the sets I've been found working well throughout my farming endgame. Much like Alma, our hunter, and the rest of the team, we have been eating good in this game, so after some housekeeping, let's get into it. As a note, this is before the first title update has come out, and as we know, meta can turn on its head. It's also going to be focusing on the Savage Axe Impact File Chargeblade playstyle, not the crazy Elemental File matchups, which are just all in their own league in terms of power at this point. We will also assume that you're familiar with the mechanics and ideal play for Chargeblade. Charge your sword to red files, load it into your shield, and either pop a wound with focus attack or a perfect guard to obtain the time-limited spinning axe buff. From there, you want to chainsaw on the monster constantly, and these are the sets to use for that. They're all very similar with some small differences. Your decoration requirements, however, will be a critical boost dual 3 and 2, and 3 maximum might armor decos. Thankfully, the pools for decos seem to be a bit kinder this time around, but it's something to strive for. Our first mix uses the Gormagala Chargeblade with a mix between Penny Odogaron and Arc Vulcan pieces. Not only will this give you an extended duration on the lovely burst skill, but with a slight bit of recovery from the Hasten recovery set bonus too. Combine this with how crazy your Palico is for healing in this game, and this will be a nice comfortable brain off set. It doesn't hurt that the Gormagala Chargeblade comes with crit element 3 natively, and whilst the jury is out on if the skill actually works properly, seriously, Flare, crit element, Doshagaba's bonus all seem to be completely arse backwards, whilst is cobbled together out of spit and Kleenex. It's still a nice thing to have regardless. A good Rathlos Slayer. I also recommend the Rathian Chargeblade for the additional poison ticks if you're not too comfortable with Chargeblade yet and have longer hunts. The next set is one of my own personal favourites. A lot of your affinity in Wilds relies on the skill Maximum Might, a skill that gives you extra affinity when your stamina is at maximum, which in turn means if you block or roll, you lose a good 30%. I don't like this. And I like flat affinity, which is why the next set is so nice to me. The set bonus of Fulgur Anjanath gives you a tiny little extra stamina bar. With minimal blocking and rolling, you never lose stamina underneath your original stamina bar, thus keeping the maximum might benefit for much longer than normal. If you combine this with Gormagala's set bonus, this one inflicts you with Frenzy when you're encountering a large monster, which means if you keep up your onslaught, you get a free 15% affinity from overcoming the Frenzy virus. Again, it's more stacking of the crit, but the cherry on top is the antivirus skill. This one has an error, but it's only within the text. When you recover from the frenzy, the antivirus skill gives you an additional 10% affinity, not the 15% they mention on the tooltips. So from here you can be a bit more liberal with your blocks and dodges, and a free level 3 that I use here for offensive guard on the weapon. It's very nice, but let's push it a little bit further. The final set here uses a similar concept, but it trades out the safety of Fulgur's stamina barrier for the Jin Dahad pieces. This gives you not only Resuscitate, a skill that is permanently active with Gore's set bonus for additional raw, but also the additional benefits of Jin's exclusive set bonus. You get 25 bonus raw for 60 seconds after power clashing or recovering from the conditions mentioned in the skill, which triggers pretty soon if you're sick with your CB matchups. This is the big one, and it's best used with Artian weapons that have 20% affinity. It shreds and works very well in and out of multiplayer. Simply put, Savage Axe is a force of nature, and with these sets you can not only provide a huge amount of damage, but also a decent amount of crowd control with paralysis infusion and the KO files that you get from this machine. Chargeblade and the Monster Hunter Wilds is ever evolving, and the element setups are even crazier. I can't wait to see how they pan out. As an additional bonus, the Jin Dahad set will also be able to substitute the legs for the new Udra leg pieces, allowing you to get an additional level of burst, so it's even further that these crazy spinning slash sets can go. That's all that I wanted to talk about today, however. Thank you all so much for watching. This is where Chargeblade's at right now. Please enjoy these sets, and I'll see you next video.